Mom, what's wrong? Why isn't it working? Melody looked down at the ground for a short time, trying to think it over. She did not want Talion to be hurt. Surely he must be capable of magic, especially with all of the abilities that he possesses. And that's when it hit her. Perhaps that's it. It's possible that whatever Talion is, that they simply don't possess the ability to use magic. That their essence is in and of itself magical. That all of his abilities were the outstand flow of that magic, meaning that he would never be able to cast. Not in any traditional sense, but she couldn't be sure. Talion, Melody said, with a stern voice. You are, without question, my son, but you are not like other children. Surely at this point, Talion, you have noticed that you are different from me in a great number of ways, and have abilities that I do not possess. Well, yeah, he responded. Well, this is because, in essence, you are not a human being like me. You are something else. It's possible that your abilities, all of the things that you're capable of doing, that I cannot, are your magical abilities, your magic, and that is simply how it flows out. Your strength and speed, your extra perceptual abilities, the ability to see at night, your incredible sense of smell and hearing, the strength of your body, and your ability to breathe fire. All of these things are outside the bounds for a normal human being, and as I said, it's possible that that's why, that those are how you use your magical energy. Unfortunately, that would also mean that you might be incapable of casting, as I do. But I wanted to learn. I mean, there's still a way, right? I don't know, Talion. There are simply things that even I do not know. But do not lose hope, because there is one other possibility. There is? Talion said, beginning to grow hopeful again. It's possible that you can use magic. However, the magic you use is either specific to the type of energy you produce, or to your race in general. That the methods by which you cast are simply different than that of a human. So, you're gonna teach me, the other way of using magic? Talion said, growing a bit confused. I mean, for my race. And what exactly is that again? I mean, you always told me that I wasn't normal, but that wasn't bad, that I was special. But you never told me what I am. Well, yes, Talion. Quite frankly, that's because, well, I don't know. I knew you were not human, but as far as what you actually are, this is not knowledge that I possess, nor do I know what unique magics someone of your racial heritage might be capable of, Melody said, still staring at the ground, lost in thought. Truth be told, she knew someone who might have answers, but dreaded actually trying to contact them. In all the years since she left, she knew that she could contact them. However, it was something that she did not want to do. The person in question being Melody's mother. Melody and her mother had a falling out of sorts when she decided to marry and stay married. Her mother said that it would end poorly, that she was either turning her back on magic, or that things would go horribly wrong. Normal people are terrible, her mother would always tell her. They cannot be trusted. They cannot be relied on. They will betray you, always. It is better that we are alone, that we stick to our own. But, as she was in love, and wanted to be with her husband, she shunned her mother's orders to maintain the way in which her family had always lived, and chose to stay with her husband. Truth be told, after things went bad, she remembered what her mother told her, and dreaded ever having to contact her, only to tell her that she was absolutely right, that everything that she said would come to pass did. But at this point, she's the only person that she knows that she could trust not to betray her or turn her in as a witch. Everyone else that she knew thought of her as a woman who had sacrificed her child and murdered several innocent people, so to speak. So she was not welcome, and trying to gain contact with others, well, that was a dangerous prospect, especially if you go around trying to sift for information about magic and otherworldly beings, no less. No, her mother was her only option. Okay, Talion, the lessons are over for today. I know that you were hoping to be able to cast magic today, but unfortunately, it seems we have hit a roadblock of sorts. But I am going to try something. There may be someone who has the knowledge that we need. Your grandmother. However, I have not spoken to her in a great deal of time, so I am uncertain whether she will heed my call. But for you, my precious son, I will go through with it anyways. So, you hurry home for now. I have to contact her. Okay, Mom. So, am I gonna get to meet my grandma? I don't know, Talion. But perhaps. Now, run along. This is not a conversation for you, she said, turning Talion around to face back towards the house, and sending him off on his way. After she was sure that Talion had made his way far enough away that he would not overhear the conversation, Melody scrawled her finger through the air, once again, with a green glow and a flash of ethereal energy, and then began to speak. Hello, Mother. This is Melody. I know that it has been a great deal of time since I tried to talk to you, and I do understand if you're upset. We did not part under the best of circumstances. However, I have reached a roadblock, something that bars my way, a lack of knowledge that I hope you might be able to amend. I am no longer with Robert. We didn't work out. In the end, I killed him and fled from the village. You can tell me that you were right as much as you want, that I was foolish, and the truth is that you're right to do so. But I have a son that now lives with me, far away from there. A child which I adopted and took as my own. Raised him from the time he was an infant. He is a good young boy, a very special young boy. unlike any other, and that is why I'm calling. He seems unable to use magic in the same way that we can. I believe it is a product of his origins, so to speak. But nonetheless, he is my son, and I wish to teach him magic. This is not something that I would want to deny him. I lack the knowledge necessary, and as you are the only person in the world who currently wouldn't kill me on sight, and who possesses quite possibly knowledge that would help me teach my son magic, I am left with no alternative but to ask for your help. I know that you are under no obligation to do so, but if there is any part of you that still loves me as your daughter, and might too hold some love for the child that I raised myself, then I would ask you to come, to help me, regardless of what it be. The choice now rests with you, Mother, Melody said with a very dour expression, unsure of whether or not her mother would respond to her plea, and whether she would be able to teach magic to her son. And that's when Melody got a response.